So Luka might have a point. There have been some growing pains, Stephen A., but last night was what this team could be at their best, and LA is currently tied with the Knicks for the 5th shortest odds to win the title at ESPN Bet. Luka thinks his team can win a championship. Do you?
I don't, but I'm not definitive about it. After what I saw last night, I was shocked. Let me be the first to apologize to the Los Angeles Lakers. I did not see them being capable of that. I got news for y'all. The Lakers, an NBA best, 14 or 15 and 4 since January 15th. The Denver Nuggets came into the game on a winning streak, averaging 128 points, got held to 100, so they got to playing defense as well. I mean, it's only the second victory for the Lakers against the Nuggets in the last 15 outings. LeBron James looks absolutely sensational. I mean, he's 40 going on 30. It's unreal what I'm seeing. And I'm going to say this right here, right now. J.J. Redick is a candidate for Coach of the Year. He is just doing a hell of a job. And Big Perk enlightened me about how brilliant they are offensively compared to what they were last year. Defensively, not so much, but that wasn't the case last night. If that Los Angeles Lakers team shows up in the postseason, look the hell out. And I'm not going to be mad about having to be in Southern California.
Two big things. One, over the last 18 games, they are the #1 defensive team in the league. Now, it's hard to believe that because Anthony Davis has been gone for most of those. And that is not a relic of AD's team. They're doing it despite being very small in the interior because they're so big on the perimeter, because Dorian Finney-Smith and Jared Vanderbilt come in there and give J.J. Redick some options. Secondly, last night, they got Luka to be Luka again. What I mean by that is he wasn't just a ball mover who was trying to play turns with Austin Reeves and LeBron. He said, I'm going to be the dominating force. Everything ran through him last night. This is the way they've got to play. I thought this would be something that would happen later in the season. JJ got him to do it. Last night, he was completely different. His demeanor was different. I'm going to tell you something. Tuesday night, the Mavericks are going to be here. Luka's going to be here.
Luka's going to put on the show.
The Mavericks just gave up 126 points. They're missing their 3 best interior defenders.
Luka's going to put on the show.
They're coming off that big win. Look out.
Mind the game and respect the game. That's exactly what J.J. Redick is doing right now. He's a top 10 coach in the NBA today. I saw a report after the game. He said as soon as they had their win on Thursday against the Portland Trail Blazers, he didn't get hardly any sleep because he started preparing for the Denver Nuggets. And it showed when we watch. And I'm looking at this Laker team, and I'm listening to Luka comments, and they saying that we're here to win a championship. And they could actually go to the NBA Finals if you want to be real about it. Think about it. They're only 2.5 games back from the second seed. 2.5 games back from the second seed. Hold on. With Luka getting in shape, getting his legs up under him, with a LeBron James playing the way that he's playing, a happy LeBron James, it ain't far-fetched. And when you think about the game plan, and this is just, I know it's just been an appetizer, but again, we saw when the Knicks played the Lakers on set, and what J.J. Redick and that system did to Karl Anthony Towns, then we saw it last night. That was Jokic's worst game, in my opinion.
He only got 7 shots.
That was his.
He only got 7 shots.
That was his worst game that I've seen in the last 2 years.
Well, the bigger issue is you and what you point to about defense. The Lakers have been showing up and defending, which is not something we were accustomed to seeing from them this year. And now that's the case. And so I'm looking at them now, and I'm looking at the rest of the Western Conference. We got the youth in OKC, but are you ready? We've got health issues in Dallas. We don't know what the hell is going on in Phoenix. We still trying to figure that out, okay? Denver, we thought that, you know what, they were here elevating, and then they ran into something that they hadn't seen from the Los Angeles Lakers. The Western Conference right now is vulnerable, and when you see Luka with the ball in his hands, I'm looking at a 40-year-old LeBron James movement without the ball, knowing what to do, when to do it, how to do it. The brother's brilliant. The Lakers with Hachimura, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, all these brothers. The Lakers are getting very, very, very interesting.
Real quick, I just want to point out the game plan and what J.J. designed last night defensively. He somewhat exposed the Denver Nuggets. If you go back and watch that film and how he guarded Jokic and how he baited those guys into taking threes, that worked into their favor last night. I'm telling you, it's something. Listen, I'm telling you, that damn JJ, I was wondering and questioning whether he was going to be able to fulfill that role of being the head coach, especially in this first year. damn it, he's doing.
One game. Now, if we're looking at them as an individual group, you look at LeBron James and what he's accomplished, you look at Luka and what he's accomplished, you'd have to say yes. But they haven't played together. What about JT and JB? What about Yoke and Murray? I want to see them play, and they look good together last night. I like what JJ did. He staggered their minutes a little bit. They had them on the court. They look really, really good together. We know these are two dominant offensive players in the NBA history. But I got to see them together more than one game. I think Luka only played like 24 minutes. I think LeBron played like 29 minutes. Let me see them get some minutes up under their belt, Stephen A. and Wendy. Let me see them get about 35 minutes. Let me see them in a tough ball game where they're having to play off of each other a lot more than what they did last night. But I'm not really willing to go there just yet. Individually, if you take LeBron's career, you take Luka's career, but you don't get to take them individually and then put them together and say, are they the scariest? I need to see them play a little bit more before I determine whether or not how scary they are.
Yeah. Wendy, I know you were locked in on this one.
Molly? Yeah, Molly, the Lakers do a really good job of making moments feel big. They really lean into who they are at times, and they did a great job here. First off, probably the most important thing, they picked a perfect day for Luka to come back. The Utah Jazz right now are not a competitive NBA team. And so they put him in a position where there was not going to be stress on this game, and it was never a game after the first quarter. I think they did a great job of easing him in. This game doesn't mean anything to me. This was not an important game. They played good. They're on a winning streak. There was way more pressure games to come, but the Lakers passed every single test in bringing Luka in to start his career there.
Stephen A.
All true. Nothing to dispute there. I will tell you that LeBron and Luka, however, when we asked the question, are they the scariest in the West? Of course not yet, but eventually they should be, if they are who we think they are. And let me give some breaking news. Wendy, you could step aside for this one because this is directed at Mr. Shea himself. I have given long, hard thought to this debate that Shannon, Sharpe, and I have been going through. And, it's going to be a long, long spring for him, as I've stated. But I am willing to concede, when we talk about GOAT status, I've decided to declare that LeBron James is truly the GOAT for 40-year-olds. The greatest 40-year-old that the game of basketball has ever seen. You go. So I just want to say that. I just want to say that he's the greatest 40-year-old that anybody has ever seen on a basketball court. And when you think about Luka being 25 years of age, yeah, eventually they should be the scariest. Their basketball IQs are off the chart. We know what they can do on the basketball court. They should be the scariest. But this season, I haven't given up on Jokic and Murray. I have not given up on that at all. I'm going to stand on that for the time being. We can't even see anybody in Dallas with Kyrie and AD. AD already down. Okay. I mean, I got to think about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and who's his Robin is and stuff like that. That's right. Of course, Williams. But I'm just looking at it from the standpoint that right now, it's got to be Jokic and Murray until further notice to answer this question, because we haven't seen how LeBron and Luka will do together.
You see what he did, Molly?
What?
You see what Stephen A. did? Oh, I'll have to admit, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest 40-year-old. It's like when women say, well, Shannon, you're in great shape for a 50-year-old. I'm in great shape for